They told you Antarctica is just ice and penguins. Cute brochure. Now tear it up. Beneath that white sheet is a vault, and inside are weapons you don't parade down a capital because they don't fit on a parade route. They sleep under a continent almost nobody touches, ring-fenced by treaties, choke-pointed by logistics, and policed by a silence louder than alarms. You're not supposed to ask what's down there. You're supposed to clap for auroras and move along. Here's the riddle. Why is the last pristine wilderness the most administratively controlled no man's land on Earth? Why does a place with no civilians have restricted corridors, research-only stamps, and sectors you'll never see? Why do nations that can't agree on lunch unite to keep you from the bottom of the world? Follow the routes. Everything funnels through a few gates: McMurdo, Casey, Rothera, Troll, tiny mouths feeding endless secrecy. The air is thin, the weather cruel, and the distances huge. Perfect for hiding something in plain sight. A fortress without walls, just wind, ice, and paperwork. The official line says science. And yes, there's science. But the unofficial one, whispered by pilots in a former intelligence hand, goes like this. The hardware there doesn't just destroy cities. It deletes questions, erases evidence. It's not a sword, it's a firewall. Everyone stares at the coast, but the secrets live inland, where ice hides stadiums. 3 kilometers of ice blinds, radar, and satellites. A sanctuary for what you'll never image. You could bury the Manhattan skyline and still have room for weather stations. The treaty bans militarization. Cute. The language limps on definitions. No measures of a military nature. But dual-use tech walks right through. A seismic array for tectonics watches detonations. A climate station hoovers the sky. A cargo runway lands birds with no decals. If loopholes make you feel a draft, Antarctica is a wind tunnel. You're thinking nukes. Think stranger. Antarctica is a lab for extreme physics. Fields, frequencies, interference. Picture arrays masked as research. Synchronized systems that bend currents, jam comms, blind satellites, make radars see ghosts. That's the part you're allowed to imagine. The part they won't print sits under collapsing ice shelves. Thwaites, the doomsday glacier. Everyone worries about sea rise while engineers tunnel into blue glass older than civilization. Ice damps vibration, swallows heat, eats sound. If you want to fire something unseen, you use the coldest muffler on Earth. Let the ice drink the shock. Let the continent hide the whisper. Why not orbit? Because space is crowded and watched. Antarctica is the opposite. Empty, hostile, blank. A perfect testbed for theories. Directed energy rides better on cold air. Materials behave. Failures vanish quietly. No neighbors, no lawsuits, just snow and a crash site 1,000 miles from gossip. You can visit Antarctica on a leash. Cruises nibble at the edges. Tourists snap penguins, then flee the weather. Try to go inland and safety rules become walls. Drones? Denied. Ground radar? Denied. Even scientists live on need to know. If you aren't on the list, the ice wins. If you are, the silence does. Who's actually there? The same alphabet soup that runs the map runs the bottom of it. Contractors you've never heard of. Logistics firms that ensure nothing exists without them. And specialists who trade sleep for secrets. Some talk when they retire. Most don't. Those who talk map only the edges of a story you're not meant to finish. Picture this. A cargo plane lands at a runway that shouldn't exist. Offloads containers that never get scanned. Tracked vehicles haul them across unmapped terrain to a flagged grid. The flags aren't for navigation, they're legal theater. Meanwhile, a maintenance outage blinds satellites. A test fires. It doesn't explode, it proves. A receiver far away notes a hiccup in the spectrum. Then wind fills the tracks and the logbook says, storm. Why do so many accidents end with weather? Because weather excuses everything unseen. A missing drone, weather. A lost crate, weather. Nature is the best cover story because it never lies. Cold can be a weapon, the kind that freezes time. Under ice, 10 years pass like 10 minutes. Projects don't age, people do. That's useful if you're building not just a device, but a gap between what's possible and what the public will admit. By the time the world catches up, it's already lost the room. Think beyond war. Think control. Whoever can switch off sensors, scramble navigation, or nudge weather holds more power than any fleet. Markets depend on clocks. States depend on vision. What happens when the ice can make a day go dark? Not for long, just long enough. If there were nothing worth hiding, would the world's powers guard it this hard? Would the permits be this tight? The corridors this narrow? The penalties this sharp? When has a true nothing ever needed this much something? Some say it's fantasy, others say it's for our protection. You've heard that hymn. Protection built the black budgets, silenced pilots, erased manifests. It always sounds noble until noble means never ask. Maybe the largest weapons there aren't missiles. Maybe they're a network, systems that make other systems kneel. The perfect weapon isn't the one that blows up a city. It's the one that makes the city forget how to see. And maybe there's something older down there. Found, not built. An artifact, a resonance. You bury the evidence and keep the advantage. Plant research stations to hide the one that matters. And wait. Patience is easy where time moves like a glacier. So here we are. The sky blazes with aurora. The continent breathes, swallowing secrets like a whale swallows krill. If you're still listening, you've felt the draft from the loopholes. You've noticed how science doubles as a password. You've sensed this wilderness isn't a park. It's a policy. There's no tidy ending. Only a question that grows heavier as the ice stays silent. What are they protecting down there, us or it? Complexity is camouflage. Curiosity with teeth is the antidote. You won't get an invitation to see the vault. You'll get a postcard of penguins and a PDF about migratory birds, a scholarship for a study that never looks inland, a webcam that never pans left. That's fine. You don't need their tour. You need your own map, your own questions, your own refusal to nod when the story smells like jet fuel and paperwork. You made it this far because you know the difference between a wilderness and a wall. You don't need permission to think or a badge to notice when a door's locked for reasons that rhyme with power. Antarctica is quiet because the loudest machines aren't engines. They're agreements. And agreements can be rewritten if enough people insist on reading them first. If you're awake, you already know what to do. Hit the link in our description and join our free underground newsletter.